Okay, well, today we're lucky enough to be joined by Lucy Altus from, you're in New York City, aren't you? Lucy, did I get that
Yes.
right? Okay. And Lucy has just been through this kind of grueling, grinding college admissions process and everything that comes with it. And I think from our perspective, she had a ton of success. So we wanted her to talk about her story a little bit and what she thinks she did right, what she would have done differently, and hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for anybody else that's about to go through this or starting to tackle it right now. So first of all, Lucy, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So tell us first a little bit, where did you apply and where were you accepted? I know you had a pretty tough choice to make.
Yeah, I applied to Boston University, Carnegie Mellon, Vanderbilt, Vassar, NYU, George Washington, UMich, UCLA, and for the fun of it, Yale.
There you go. And you were accepted at just about all those places. So you did
Yes.
really well for yourself. You had some certainly a range of different financial offers and financial aid packages and
Yeah.
some merit awards and other places not, which is kind
Mhm.
of par for the course. That's how it tends to work out. Now, tell us where you choose to ultimately attend, and then talk to us a little bit about why.
Yeah, I ultimately chose to attend Carnegie Mellon for a few reasons. I think it was overall like the best fit for me, I think, because I had a good connection with the teacher since I'm going for vocal performance. I met with the teacher prior to choosing which college, and I had a really good connection with her, and I felt like we would work well together. Also, I think the location was really good for me. It felt similar to New York and not too far away, whereas, schools like UCLA and maybe Vanderbilt were a little outside my comfort zone. I think also Carnegie Mellon had a good reputation for what I was going to pursue, which is music. So they had a really good reputation there. Also, I did connect with people on the Facebook chat when I got accepted, and I felt like I really vibed with some of the people there, which ultimately helped my decision. And yeah, pretty much all of that together really helped me make the decision at the end of the day. Also, of course, financial package was
Don't forget that, right?
really that I feel like that
Pretty
really
good deal.
helped a lot for sure. I think that's important to consider.
Absolutely. That was we were all excited. So that was great that it worked out on all fronts. I mean, I think it had a win-win type of decision, and you were in that fortunate position to have to make a hard decision. But I think for all those reasons, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Now, a year ago, you were just starting this process, finalizing where am I going to apply, and starting your application process. I think that's, for most folks, that's a little bit of an overwhelming process, especially when school starts. If you could go back in time and talk to Lucy a year ago, is there anything you would tell yourself and kind of what you would share for kids that are just getting ready to go through this?
Yeah, I think I would say, well, I would tell myself, as cheesy as it is, that it works out in the end. Because I was really nervous about, like, you know, not really getting accepted anywhere, which is really not realistic, I think. There's not one person I've talked to at school or outside of school who is not happy at the end of the day, truly. I think everyone rather ends up where they're kind of supposed to go and they find their place. So I would kind of tell myself to relax a little bit about that. Also, I would say, don't save anything for the last minute and start early. Do things this summer, like, maybe it's too late now, but like do things like as soon as you can, because that's really going to help later. And set deadlines, like I would say by next weekend, complete these 3 supplements. And I think that really kept me on track. And also to reach out to people, for sure, to read your drafts of things. I reached out to a lot of relatives or people at school, and that really helped for sure. And also, I think the last thing would be just to enjoy like the last year of high school, just because I think you'll miss it at the end of the day, and you're gonna get caught up in so much college stuff that you're gonna like forget to make the most of where you're at. So just like make that balance. And also it's not that, like, just to get through the first few months and then it's pretty much smooth sailing. You just have to wait. So
You slide, baby.
Exactly. Just get through that and then you're good. Like for me, it was kind of hard because I had all the auditions to do after the fact. So it didn't really end for me. But for my friends, they were like kind of chilling after like January or something. So they were kind of nice. It was good for them.
We try to, I mean, and that's great advice. That's exactly the message that we try to preach to, to our clients. Say, hey, let's be proactive and hit these deadlines, and we'll constantly remind people like, here's where we should be throughout. And if we find things, you're going to be in great shape. But number two, it's going to work out. And even though there's so much unknown, at this stage of it, you have to kind of keep this faith that it will work out.
Yeah.
And lastly, you only have one shot at senior year of high school. So let's not forget about the present moment. We try to tell that to parents and to the kids, right? So for parents too, like, listen, your baby's leaving the nest in the year.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you enjoy them. And same for you, it's senior year of high school. It's a fun time, even as open as it is.
Exactly. I think that was like the most fun year at the end of the day.
Good. Now, Lucy, I'm sure she's very humble, but can I call you a world-renowned opera singer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she has a unique, special talent in addition to being a great student, but for us was an excellent example of accentuating what she thrives in outside of the classroom and having that really make a difference in both where she was admitted and where she was, the money she received. And so we're going to have a video that we're going to share that she put together, and I think was a catalyst, in a lot of places that should serve as a great tool for other, student applicants right now to try to harness and figure out where their special skill set is and how to make that known to colleges in which they're applying.
Yeah, so that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So let's see if I got anything else for you, because this has really been awesome, Lucy. And I hope that families that are getting to go through this right now heed your advice, because as you know, a year ago you were in their shoes, and as you told me before we got on here, this Friday, that's it. You're off to Pittsburgh.
Exactly. It goes by really fast, for sure.
Yeah. Well, listen, we congratulate you on all your success. It was awesome to be a part of your ride. We're going to continue to follow you and to root for you, and I'm sure you're going to go off and thrive at Carnegie Mellon. And really grateful that you took the time today, and I think shared some awesome advice.
Thank you so much.
All right, Lucy, you take care. Enjoy your last week at home.
I will.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.